This is an awesome run in 1970 Plymouth Satellite Roadrunner clone. This car came from the factory, just a Satellite, but all the Roadrunner horn, steering wheel, emblems, dust trail was all added. It's got the 6-pack hood, and it's riding on a nice set of American Racing rims, BFG raised white letter tires, and this car just has the look. It's got a 400 motor in it that's been stroked. Previous owner told me some of the specs on it, and this car runs hard. There's not many cars that I take on these videos that I put a seatbelt on first, but this is one of them. It's got really nice looking paint and body on it. As we look around the door jambs, engine compartments, stuff like that, the engine compartment paint wasn't done quite as nice as the rest of it. It's all painted purple, but it was done older, years ago. It's got some chips and stuff like that in it. It does have headers. It's got power steering. Big high-rise Mopar intake on it, Mopar performance valve covers. Like I said, this thing just really wants to go. It also has the turning signals in the hood. They are not working. I don't know if they need new bulbs or what, but the turning signals in the hood do not work. It's got the 6-pack hood scoop on it. Hood gap's really nice over in the driver's side, fits nice. Same thing on the passenger side, just a really nice gap. As we look out across the hood and the paint, we got a little scratch in the clear coat right here by my finger. A ton of metallic in this Plum Crazy. It's just a beautiful color on this car. The car sits fantastic. It's got nice 275s on the back, good stance, got traction bars, and it needs them. You go through the gears, first, second, third on this thing, and it wakes up right now. One thing on this car that really make it a lot nicer is the front and rear bumpers are original. So if a guy put new chrome bumpers on it, it would just really help this car out a lot. To me, that's the thing on the outside that needs the most attention. The grille is original, very presentable. We got a bend spot in the chrome down there. It's just a little spot right here in the chrome that's on this black piece that's come loose a little bit. I classify this as a local car show quality car, some cruise night car, but the main thing is the drivetrain on this thing. It's just an awesome, awesome running driving car, but it has the look to go along with it too. It's not a cheesy restoration by any means. Windshield rubber looks good, glass looks good. Body line lines up really nice on the door here. We got a nice gap. No blisters or paint imperfections that I can see anywhere on this front fender on the passenger side. Corner of the door looks excellent. Rocker panel is great. No blisters in the lower quarter, nothing like that. So the car, in my opinion, was really done right. They could have did a little better job on the jam work on it. But the outside appearance, in my opinion, is really, really nice. The roof is nice. I don't see any dings or ripples or imperfections anywhere on the roof. The sail here is really nice and smooth. Around this back window, we have the original package tray, and the top of the back seat looks nice. Under the back window, there's no blisters, blemishes, nothing that I can see there. If we look at the top of the trunk lid area, that gap's really nice as well. Trunk fits really nice. You can hear the power this thing has just coming out of the tailpipes, and it's got a great sounding dual exhaust. As I mentioned before, the back bumper is oxidized. Really could use a new one. If we look at the chrome around the taillights, that really looks good. The taillight here looks nice, original Mopar taillight. Paint on the back looks good. Taillight on the driver's side passenger side, looks good as well. We look up and down the sides, very nice straight car. It's been wet sanded and buffed real nice on the top. I don't think they wet sanded and buffed really good way at the very, very bottom, below the body line. That could probably be wet sanded and buffed a little better, but the rest of the car looks great. Door handles are original. Door jamb paint on the inside of the door looks really good. Corner of the doors looks excellent. I don't see any body filler or work on there. And they painted the door jambs and stuff, and it looks good. It's just not, yeah, the door jambs actually, we've got a little chip here. You can see it looks like me, like it was a red car from the factory. Got a chip there. Other than that, the rest of the door jambs are good. Rubbers were replaced during paint. Door panel looks great. Armrest looks good still. It's original armrest. Scuff plate is older. Carpet was replaced. Not real sure if we need the key, guys, to use the glove box, but the glove box is locked right now. It's got a Pioneer CD player and digital gauges, which really are nice in there. We got water temperature, oil pressure, RPM, volt, everything works good. Do have a crack right here on the plastic piece on the dash. Other than that, the rest of it looks good. Dash pad looks great. The pillars, the A-pillars and stuff look really nice. Headliner looks good. It is missing the dome light. The wires are there for it, but the dome light was never installed. Roadrunner horn. The restorer chose to put bucket seats in it. They've got Roadrunner embroidered on the top. Back seat looks great. It's got the correct seat cover in the back with the Mopar emblem. Back seat looks nice. Door panels look good. It's got seat belts in the front and rear. Actually, I don't see any in the rear. It's got them in the front. I do not see seat belts in the rear. You can go to our website, www.coyoteclassics.com. You're going to see the undercarriage pictures and stuff on there. There's probably about 15 or 20 of them. It's all been undercoated, painted black underneath. We look up and down the driver's side, nice straight body as well. Just a really good looking car, you guys. Like I said, the performance of it to me is where all the money's at. It's a really nice performance car. Quarter panel looks great. I do see one tiny, I can't feel it, but if you get in the right light, there's a tiny ding, little dimple right there. No bubbles, no blisters in the lower quarters, rockers, or fenders. All that looks really good. We do have a little scratch in the clear coat, looks like right here above the dust trail. Maybe just a little tiny little scuff right up here too. So it's got a couple little scuffs on the outside body, but the outside body paint appearance is really nice. Here's our door gap on the driver's door. Door shuts with ease. This corner of the doors had a little body work done to it. You can tell the passenger side hasn't, but this side has here. Door panel, driver's side's in good shape. Armrest is original. You can see it's just split out a little bit on that factory ashtray. Same thing, the scuff plate hasn't been replaced. That'd be something simple the next guy could do. Window felts look good. It's been running here for about 8 minutes. Oil pressure's at 54. Water temperature's at 179. Kind of a hot day, so it's cooling well. Tack works great. Speedometer works, but I got a new cable coming for it. The speedometer jumps, so I got a new cable. Gas gauge works, alternator gauge works, plus it's got a gauge in here as well. So wipers are working. With the electric fuel pump, guys, I'm not sure if the fan is working or not. It was an AC car from the factory, but it doesn't really matter anymore. Transmission, I don't know exactly what they call what's been done to the 727, but you can't just put it in drive, it'll take off in third. I think it's got a manual valve body, maybe something like that. I'm not quite sure, but you got to drop it down to first to drop it all the way down and go through the gears manually with this B&M shifter. Power steering works really good, turns nice and smooth. That's taking off in second there. It's got the B&M slap shifter in it. Yeah, this thing just sounds great. As far as our front suspension goes, it travels down the road really nice, doesn't need an alignment. Brakes work great, doesn't shake and shimmy all over, just an awesome car. Love the sound of it. Here's our brakes, get a nice full pedal, no pull left or right. I'll try to get on it a little bit, guys, with holding this camera, but this car is wicked. I won't be able to get on it too much. One of my favorite cars to drive is this 1970 Plymouth Satellite Roadrunner clone. I mean, it's just awesome. Love everything about it. One finger on the wheel, goes straight down the road. We're in third. Hit your brakes at high speeds, stops really nice and straight. Downshift to first. It's all you can handle.